Having retired from show business in 1912, James L. Russell, now very much a recluse at his home in Elmhurst, Long Island, wanted to set the record straight. Now more or less recovered from his nervous breakdown, he wanted to quash those rumours that implied that he was not the composer of the ballad Where the River Shannon Flows. On the 20th of March 1913, the New York Daily Star published a letter from Russell's own hand, part of which read, "There have been no less than 10 authors to this song, if they were all listened to. But when it came time for them to produce, they were like so much smoke." According to the sheet music, published in 1906 by Marcus Whitmark and Sons of New York, both the words and melody of Where the River Shannon Flows were in fact written by James L. Russell, and the song was sung by his brother, John. James and John Russell were Irish-American vaudeville performers who started treading the boards of New York theatres around about 1876, usually dressed as women. In 1896, at the city's Pleasure Palace, they imitated 2 rather manic and shrill-sounding housemaids in a sketch entitled The Irish Servant Girls. Where the River Shannon Flows was included in the Russells' 1906 farce, The Great Jewel Mystery. And according to James Russell, the song had been languishing in Marcus Whitmark's safe for nearly 5 years before, he said, it was dug up and discovered. German-born Marcus Whitmark was a prolific publisher of Tin Pan Alley and vaudeville songs. In September 1906, Canadian-born singer Harry McDonough recorded the song for the Edison label and later for Victor, the discs available to buy in America, the UK and in Ireland. Let's have a listen to McDonough's recording.
There's a pretty spot in Ireland I always claim for my land, where the fairies and the blarney will never die.
Though the ballad was been popularised on the eastern seaboard of the United States by a host of singers, some of whom were born in Ireland, the Russells' portrayal of Irish women as incompetent buffoons really annoyed a number of noted Irishmen in New York, such as Cork-born Jeremiah Christopher Lynch, former president of the New York Gaelic League. Mockery masquerading as comedy, said Lynch, would no longer be tolerated, and Irish Americans will allow no man to misrepresent the Irish race on stage. Leaving behind an estate valued at $10,000, all of which was inherited by his brother John, James L. Russell died at the age of 51 on the 31st of January 1914 at his home in Elmhurst, Long Island. In the following year, Where the River Shannon Flows, melody only, was recorded in New York by the McKee Trio. Following the death of 69-year-old John Russell in early May 1925, questions over authorship of the ballad seem to have abated. We'll end our story with Where the River Shannon Flows, the lyrics of which were sent by James Russell to the New York Daily Star in March 1913. There's a pretty spot in Ireland I always claim for my land, where the fairies and the blarney will never, never die. It's the land of the shillelagh. My heart goes back there daily to the girl I left behind me when we kissed and said goodbye. I miss the fairs and dances, my pretty Colleen's glances, and the dear old Irish fireside where the turf a welcome glows. Sure, there's no spot half as pretty, there's no girl half so witty as I left in dear old Ireland, where the river Shannon flows, where dear old Shannon's flowing, where the three-leaf shamrocks grow, where my heart is I am going to my little Irish rose. And the moment that I meet her, with a hug and kiss I'll greet her, for there's not a calling sweeter where the river Shannon flows. No letter I'll be mailing, for soon I will be sailing, and I'll bless the ship that takes me to my dear old Erin shore. There I'll settle down forever, I'll leave the old sod never, and I'll whisper to my sweetheart, come and take my name a store. In a cabin neat and cozy I'll build for my own Rosie, in the valley of the Shannon, close beside that dear old stream. Then the whole world will seem brighter, my heart will be the lighter. Back among the shamrocks life will be to me one long sweet dream, where dear old Shannon's flowing, where the three-leaf shamrocks grow, where my heart is I am going to my little Irish rose. And the moment that I meet her, with a hug and kiss I'll greet her, for there's not a calling sweeter where the river Shannon flows.